This is Piggy Ann Dempsey Childers. That's the name I have to use, and I'm going to show you why. I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace in 41. I was born in 39, and I was brought to Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a twin, Piggy Ann Dempsey Childers. I'm going to show this. I think you can see it. The light's not good. Well, this is actually the death certificate for Carl, the twin. They gave me the name of Peggy, the twin, Peggy Ann. This was falsified. This was a new one that was made death certificate. He was just buried, and no doctor saw him or anything. She killed him. Okay, this is the birth certificate for Carl, and of course she was unwed, and this is I guess just where it says the twin. Well, they're twins. Anyway, they even changed the dates on the birth certificates when I got them. Was able to get them in about anyway. So that you can see here, this is Lina, and she's diagnosed as a psychopath. This is the pigsty that dumped me off in the hellhole. On Carl's here, they mark through it, which is illegal, by the way, to mark through your birth certificate or someone's birth certificate. I'm having to use it, and there's nothing funny about it. Laugh to get through it. They put January the 7th of 39. Now, I was born in 39, as far as I know. It's the birth date I've used, January the 7th. So, actually, they have marked through it and put the 7th on there in 39. Now, here's what's happened with Peggy, the one that I have to go by. They've marked through January, and I'm told by the state of Virginia you can tell under proper equipment the date underneath it. They put the 7th, like on Carl's, but they left the 8th. Now, they were really born in 98. But I'm showing you the discrepancies. This is Lina. Deliberate. And this is the name I have to go by, Peggy. And, Alabama. I'm going to go to the Alabama Center. Okay, now then, if I can keep it together, I was kidnapped in 41. My uncle, George, became the illegal George VI. He's here in 39 with Roosevelt, and they're planning my kidnapping. Now, Roosevelt appointed Joe Kennedy, ambassador to England. During that time that I was kidnapped, he was kicked out in 39, and they took my father down illegally and put a 99-year seal on it. Now, this is my father, and this is the imposter that married Wallace Simpson and became the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. And this is my dad, an honorable man who wouldn't go along with the crap, and they orchestrated his takedown and my kidnapping. It was all a bunch of lies. And this is my Aunt Georgia O'Keeffe, the artist. That's my mom's sister. Now then, I showed you those, and I wanted to get to mind control movies I wrote about in 78. And I'd work for doctors, and it was about programming, and you can program people and modify their behavior. They don't even know they're getting it. If they went to a doctor, they'd be locked up and fed psychotic drugs. And the doctors, if they don't know the difference in mind control and mental illness, because one has nothing to do with the other, mind control is a weapon that's used. So Larry Flint was shot, and the person programmed to shoot him in 78, March. I was flown out, and they did this endorsement. I was actually flown out when Larry McDonald, congressman doctor from Piedmont Hospital in Atlanta, the plane veered in, he was on passenger plane, August the 31st of 83, veered into Russian airspace, and they shot it down. And by the way, I've told that you can do that. You can place the pilot, even the controller under mind control, and your plane goes down wherever the programmer tells it to go. Now after I did the book, I got a letter from the U.S. Attorney, June the 23rd, '79, and it said National Security, NSA, National Security Agency involved, ongoing investigation. So that was that. I got an antifreeze put in the April Fool Day of '80, and with a letter from the FBI, and I should have died and gone in a coma, and I can't tell the hell that it was. I was carried across the state line illegally by Dempsey, this woman, and I ended up working for Fred Simpson, the DA there, Madison County DA. And this, I want you to get the names. The Simpson was supposed to marry my father, which was a lie, was an imposter, and I'm working for Fred Simpson. And there's more to it, but, and this is the sad part. John Lennon's British, I'm British, and he was killed by Mark David Chapman. Now, Mark is my son's name, and David was my father's name. They call my father David, King Edward VIII, but they called him David. Now then, here is Gabby Gifford, and she was a congressman, Tucson, Arizona, and she was married to Mark Kelly, a twin. His other twin is Scott. That was mind control use there. This is an old photo of me and my son Mark, who is there after me, and Scott. And what else can I say? I don't even know if they're alive or dead. I have to hope they're alive and well, and I'll see them again. I'm 75 years old, and they pretty much worked me over, so I don't know. Now then, what else do I want to get to? I want to get to Lina Dempsey was the mother of the twins, and I grew up having to call her mother. And I found out about my kidnapping in '83. And the Brits told me, by the way. Now then, I told you that John Lennon was shot and mind control was used, the person programmed. Governor George Wallace, when he was in Laurel, Maryland, the person who shot him was programmed. And Lina Dempsey, the mother of these twins, was with him during that campaign. She worked in the campaign, and she was actually in Laurel, Maryland there when he was shot. I'm just making connections for you there. I have an immune disorder. I think I've said that. I have an immune disorder, and this is political because of who I am. I'm living here at Corporate Suites since April the 3rd of this year. I had lived at Airport Quality Inn for 14 months prior, and they suddenly switched owners and started renovating, and I had to leave, and I came here out of desperation and I had to. But I had stayed at Affordable Inn before, and this is a letter from Jean Croft, and I stayed there 17 months, and a state trooper took me there. I was up on Roanoke Mountain in a campground, legally camping, and they were hosts, and that night chemicals, gas was put on my tent, and they brought me down here, and when his wife paid the security deposit and left, she says, "This is how we run you with chemicals." And I'm allergic. I've got an immune disorder, and I was trying to find where the doctor wrote that. But anyway, I have shingles now, and I'm being told to move from here, Corporate Suites. The man owns all these. Because I won't let them. I've asked to buy non-allergenic because I'm so sick and I can't even get well from the shingles. Because they come in demanding to use their chemicals, and they use OSHA. Well, anyway, it's political, and they're told to do it. And now they're telling me to leave because I told them they could come in to clean, but not getting on the floors and spraying everything with chemicals that are killing me. And I offered to buy non-allergenic, and it's totally political. So I'll leave it at that because as it stands right now, I'm told to get out this Thursday, and I didn't do anything wrong. I'm going to use his words here. I tried to tell